Yo, what is good, Jets Nation? Welcome back to Jets Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to talk about why I personally believe the New York Jets absolutely should sign Odell Beckham Jr. Now, there's a lot of reports that is trending in the direction of Odell Beckham Jr. coming to the New York Jets. There's mutual interest between both OBJ and Joe Douglas. They've already talked about a contract. The only thing that's holding this up is the financials. And I know that OBJ is a very polarizing player amongst the Jets fan base, amongst the people that really want him or you really don't want him. So I want to give you guys my overall thoughts and my perspective of why the New York Jets really want OBJ and why I personally think it might be the right move to make in the offseason. Now, before I get into the video, I do want to mention, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot of Jets content coming your way all throughout the rest of the offseason. And if you guys enjoy this video, simply hit that thumbs up button for your boy. It really helps out the channel a ton. And more importantly, guys, I want to hear from you. Do you want OBJ? Yes or no? And give your reason why or why not. Now, let's get into my reason why I believe the New York Jets should. Listen, I've been seeing this New York Jets team make a lot of moves in free agency so far, and it looks like they are completely overhauling the wide receiver room, obviously outside of Garrett Wilson. So the first move was releasing Braxton Berrios. That was the first of the puzzle when it comes to the Jets wide receiver vision for this season. They move on from Braxton Berrios, and then now we're thinking about, okay, who's the next guy we're going to bring in? Well, let's go out and give Alan Lazard a 4-year contract worth up to $44 million and $22 million guaranteed. The 27-year-old, 6'5", 220-pound beast of a man who is a phenomenal run blocker, can go up there and get you the 50-50 ball. It has continuity with the system of Hackett. And, of course, with Aaron Rodgers coming, they know each other very well. So the Jets go out there and get Alan Lazard. And now you're wondering, okay, that must mean Corey Davis is on his way out. Well, Corey Davis is still on the roster right now. Now, there is a chance that he does get packaged in with that Aaron Rodgers trade, but there's also some rumblings and some rumors. Now, I'm not saying this is true or not, but something that Jets fans could start considering of the Jets maybe wanting to keep Corey Davis around and restructuring his deal and just have a really deep unit with Aaron Rodgers going into next season and make sure that we have as much depth and as much weapons as possible. So, pretty curious, because if the Jets wanted to move off of Corey Davis, financially speaking, don't you think they would have done it by now? Because they could free up $10 million in cap space just by simply releasing him, and they have not done that yet. So it's either they're waiting to package him in a trade for Rodgers, or they want to keep him and they're working on a restructured contract. So stay tuned for that. Next up, the Jets go out there and they sign Mccole Hardman. Okay, the Braxton Berrios replacement. Upgrade from Braxton Berrios, an excellent kick returner, an excellent punt returner, a speedster for the Kansas City Chiefs, a 25-year-old coming off his first rookie contract, was really trending to break out for the Chiefs this past year, but unfortunately he got injured. And any Chiefs fan will tell you that he is a really solid player, and I think that he felt like he was underutilized with the Kansas City Chiefs, where they kind of just used him on the sweeps and as a special teams player, but he feels like he can be a multi-dimensional wide receiver. And then within that hour, when we signed Hardman, my first thought process was, okay, that takes us out of the OBJ conversation. We still have Elijah Moore. I don't think Elijah Moore is going to get traded. Well, I was wrong, and I have admitted before on the channel that I was completely wrong, because an hour later, the Jets ship away Elijah Moore to the Cleveland Browns. They get back a second-round pick, and the Jets give up a third-round pick and Elijah Moore. So now the Jets have 2 premier second-round picks to go along with their 13th overall pick in this upcoming NFL draft. So then we continuously hear reports that the Jets are linked to Odell Beckham Jr. So Odell Beckham Jr. seems like he's going to be replacing Elijah Moore. Now, getting to the main topic of the video of why I believe OBJ would be smart for the Jets to consider signing him is because if you look at the way this Jets team is slowly, methodically reworking this wide receiver room, they're going all in this season. And soak that in, Jets fans. It's been a long time, first time in my lifetime, to be honest, where the Jets are a destination for veterans to want to go to chase a ring. Yes, it might sound a little crazy to hear me say that there's players to come to the New York Football Jets to chase a ring. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. We even saw Ezekiel Elliott. He put out a wish list. That report that I made a video on yesterday about Ezekiel Elliott listing the Jets, that wasn't because the Jets are interested in Zeke. Zeke put three teams out there: the Jets, the Eagles, and the Bengals. The Eagles were just in the Super Bowl. The Bengals were in the Super Bowl last year, and the Jets are in the same conversation as two teams that has Super Bowl aspirations. And Zeke said himself he's ring chasing. So the point is, the Jets are becoming that destination for veterans that they want to go with Aaron Rodgers. Not to mention, Rodgers even sees an opportunity to go chase a Super Bowl with the New York Jets, which is why he's coming here. He would not have just came to the Jets if he did not see some type of potential to go for it all this season. And I know it's mind-blowing to me that I'm even talking about it, but Jets fans, it's time to really start thinking about it from this perspective. We're going all in to win now. And Odell Beckham Jr., the things that are risky with him is simple: injury. If he is injured, okay, that stinks. And that's why they're probably going to work out a 1-year deal, if not a 2-year deal, with all fully guaranteed up front, so we can get out of his contract in year 2. I'm not sure what the financials are going to look like, but I personally believe that it is worth the risk to go out there and sign OBJ, because if we get a healthy Odell Beckham Jr., that is going to take this offense to an absolutely other level. You saw what OBJ did when he was healthy with the LA Rams. Cooper Kupp was the number 1 option. He was the star of that offense for the LA Rams. Enter OBJ, taking all the pressure off of Cooper Kupp. He's lining up against CB2s, one-on-ones. OBJ beats a cornerback number 2 9 times out of 10 when he's on the football field. And that's what we have in Garrett Wilson as our number 1 receiver. We got Alan Lazard on the outside to be that 50-50 go route, vertical type of receiver, possession catch, red zone target. And then you throw in Odell Beckham Jr. to be able to go out there. And I know him being healthy is a lot to ask for because he's coming off an ACL, but he has a whole season that he missed last year. And now he has his whole offseason to continue on that knee and hopefully get to 100% by the season. And I personally think it's worth getting OBJ, because where this Jets team is constructed with getting Aaron Rodgers, signing Mccole Hardman, signing Alan Lazard, having a young stud of Garrett Wilson entering year number 2, and we all think that he is our number 1 receiver. OBJ is that missing piece to add a personality, add a different type of persona and energy to the locker room. I know that some people think he's a diva. I personally have always believed that was a little overblown. I know that he's had some off-the-field issues, had some personality, but that's just because, in my opinion, he's a passionate football player. And sometimes those type of players, they wear their emotions on their sleeves. And when things don't go well, he gets very over the top, and it gets looked in a negative light. But when you're winning, it's a complete opposite. And I honestly will welcome that type of player, a guy that is passionate, wants to play for this team, and is at the stage of his career where he just simply wants to win a damn Super Bowl. And I also hear you guys on the other side that don't want anything to do with OBJ because of the reasons of the injuries, because of his off-the-field stuff. I hear you. But I personally think with trading away Elijah Moore and the way that this wide receiver room looks, with Aaron Rodgers coming, you got to win now when we're getting A-Rod, and why not pair him up with Odell Beckham Jr.? Let's go. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section of the video and your thoughts if you want OBJ or not. Love to hear what you guys have to say. Let's go Jets, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, everybody.